Collective. Also, happy Guy Fawkes Day. I forgot to say that in my last video. But, yes, if you guys have ever watched V for Vendetta, you should know what Guy Fawkes Day is. I love the poem associated with it because Guy Fawkes was a real dude, did the real thing. But the poem is, remember, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. So let's not forget it. So let's honor my boy Guy Fawkes and his rebellious nature this day, right? Oh yeah, we're coming up on the full moon in Taurus. Things gonna be shifty, changey. I feel like we're always going through a constant flux of shifts and changes and rearranges. So, you know, I mean, ebb and flow with the universe, right? If you find resistance, don't resist, right? And that's kind of the hard thing, because it's going to be very tempting to resist. But try to be as zen, I guess, about your situation as you can be. Try to find the lesson in everything, and don't let your ego get the better of you. That's my biggest lesson in this last month. So let's see, what is your current energy today? Hey, I'm starting to get the same cards as last time. But you know what? This is a different reading. I already see it. I already feel it. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had, right? So, you know, we've all experienced shitty management. We've all experienced shitty parents, you know, all that kind of shit. So, really, the challenge here is to be different from, you know, the shitty managers and the shitty parents. You know, learn from their mistakes. What did I drop? My marker. These are cool. They smell good. It's like, reminds me of school. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to stop trying to be distracted right now. Star ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Right? So if there are things that you're struggling to understand or confusion in your path, I feel like right now you're being challenged to like really come to a place of understanding and get to the bottom of things. Karmic relationships, right? Seemingly they're on the same planet, but they're not on the same planet, right? Karmic relationships are very interesting. They're very magnetic. They draw you in. But there's usually a lot of turmoil. I just realized I left my coffee in the freaking kitchen. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Alright, your boy's back. And I got caffeine with me. The love of my life. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so where were we? Karmic relationships. I love karmic relationships. I've actually made posts about how your karmic relationships are your best teachers. They teach you how not to be in a relationship, right? And also, it's about paying a karmic debt. Like, in your past life, there could have been unfinished business or turmoil or something, you know, of that nature. And it's really, like, part of your process, part of your purpose in this life to resolve it, right? To see what went wrong, address it, and bring a close to that cycle, right? That's the hard part for a lot of people. A lot of people want to hold on to their karmic relationships because there's so much love and magnetism. And the real lesson here is to let go of that which is out of alignment or of something that isn't really meant to be in your life forever, right? They're meant to be in your life for a season, for a lesson. And if you think about the nature of energy, right? Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's eternal. So you're gonna have different partnerships, right? In your entirety of existence. There is not one person for all eternity, as we would all hope. You have to have different partners to learn different things. If you do find your divine counterpart, your kingdom spouse, if you will, for one, you have to be really in alignment with your walk with God and spirit. You know, you have to be very spiritually inclined. And also, it has to be something that promotes your spirituality rather than demote it, you know? And even those partners, they'll be with you probably for the rest of this lifetime. Then your next lifetime, more karmics, more situationships, more lessons, right? And honestly, like, it's like cosmic cosplay, right? Or role playing. Cosmic role playing with your divine counterpart. So, sometimes you gotta experience different people. Sometimes you have to have different things, and that's not something to be ashamed of. That's literally the nature of the beast here. So, let's see what you're moving toward. See what's going on in your life. And not all karmic relationships are romantic either. You could be friendships, family ships, situationships. Your own parents could be a karmic relationship, right? And even if the purpose could still be to close that cycle out. And, you know, so if you've had a tumultuous relationship with your parents, like, part of your destiny could be walking away from them. As harsh as that might seem, some parents are not great, right? And to people who have great parents, they're like, why would you ever leave your parents? Some parents abused us. Some parents are narcissists. Some parents are not right, you know? And so, like, you have to take into consideration, even if somebody did have good parents, like, not everyone got that same, you know, that same relationship with their parents. Not everyone's parents, or biological parents, I should say, not everyone's biological parents has had their best interest at heart. And not everyone's biological parents love them, right? That's a harsh reality, but it is reality. So even that can be a karmic relationship that needs to be walked away from. I almost feel like that's at the end. Yep. That's how I see it, how I'm reading it. Guantanamera. Ay, Guantanamera. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't eaten and I'm on my second cup of coffee. Leave me alone. Alright, so I'm gonna just spaz out over here. Look, if I wasn't such a spaz, y'all wouldn't even want to watch me. Let's be real. So we have the Judgment in reverse. So the Judgment in reverse card to me is like awaiting judgment or something being in the air, right? Up in the air. So I'm going to find out what this is. Alright, so why is Judgment in reverse here? King of Wands. Ooh, we could be dealing with a fire sign. Leo, Sag, Aries energy. So, King of Wands, I feel like this is like a debate on like confronting the truth about a situation or communicating a truth. Um, Also, if you're awaiting judgment in regards to a court case, which is very possible, it could be that you're coming from an energy of complete honesty, right? And that is good, right? That's the best case scenario, that you're being honest, right, in that situation. Um, the King of Wands also tells me that you're a person of integrity. You're somebody who really has a creative edge to you. You're somebody who's also focused in your masculine. Whether you're a divine masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Right now, your focus is work, Eight of Pentacles, right? And that's very divine masculine energy. So you could be tapping into your masculine energy, which is a little bit more on the business side of creation, right? More on the analytical, like dotting your I's, crossing your T's kind of energy. It's like getting shit done, taking action. And with the Fool card showing up, the Fool card really tells us that it's time to take a leap of faith, or you will be taking a leap of faith into the unknown. Not really knowing what to expect, right? It's just kind of something that I feel like you're intuitively guided towards. And also, the Fool is the first step of a new cycle. It's ground zero, right? It's like something completely fresh and new is like manifesting in your life. So let's clarify that. The Fool card. Six of Cups in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles in reverse is kind of this energy of like you've operated alone for a very long time. Okay, like you've handled independence really well. And with the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like you're looking to start a cycle with somebody completely new, or somebody that you haven't had a romantic thing with in the past, right? This is a new romantic connection. And I'm saying that because the Lovers is showing up, but I wanted to save it for last, but I couldn't. But yeah, and Nine of Pentacles in the upright is like, yeah, you did really well in your own independent energy. And with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of like you're ready to kind of share your energy with somebody. You're feeling emotionally ready for a connection that works, that lasts, right? Something new, something unfamiliar. In regards to what you've experienced in past love connections. Page of Wands in reverse tells me that there's perhaps an individual that you haven't been talking to, you haven't been communicating with, somebody who probably wants to communicate. So let's see, what is this Page of Wands in reverse? King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that you keep the metaphorical candle burning for. Right? It's like, though there hasn't been any like communication in the 3D, there's a lot of like you not cutting them off. You're not like, you don't feel like you want conflict with them. There's no harsh feelings. It's just simply you haven't communicated, right? And that happens. With the Moon in reverse, there's something that you don't see coming towards you. What is the Moon in reverse with Pisces energy? So what is the Moon in reverse? What's coming towards you that you're not seeing? Truth that hasn't been illuminated. Maybe, especially with Page of Wands. Wands is honest communication. Maybe there's something that I wouldn't say that you've lied about, but you haven't, like, I mean, going back to the King of Wands and communication, it's like you're very honest, right? But there's something that needs to be talked about. Like, maybe somebody's keeping their feelings to themselves, whether that's you or somebody else. But it feels this energy of, like not sure on if you're willing or ready to, like, communicate your actual feelings, or vice versa, their actual feelings. Moon in reverse. Death card, Scorpio energy. So what you're not seeing, okay. What you're not seeing is, something's coming to an end here. A cycle is coming to an end. A situation is coming to an end. What is this? Three of Cups, a friendship is coming to an end. Or potentially on the more morbid side of it, it could be you might lose a friend, right? Like, they might actually die. The Death card doesn't always feel like that, but that's a potential here. With the Lovers showing up. Gemini energy. Let's talk about that. Also, the Three of Cups could represent a cause for celebration. Like something coming to an end and that being a cause for celebration. Oh, fuck. Bro. Okay. So, clarifying the Lovers, we have the Queen of Wands. You showed up as a King of Wands, so I'm seeing divine counterparts here, right? With the Lovers being Gemini energy. Gemini is represented by the twins, right? Major Arcana love. This is twin flame love. So I feel like the end of a separation period is coming. And I feel like you're not fully aware of that. With the Three of Cups showing up, it could be a cause for celebration. The Death card could represent an end of this separation period. The Fool representing the beginning of a whole new cycle and kind of leaping into the unknown. The King and Queen of Wands are finally acknowledging each other. They're looking at each other, right? So that's kind of intense, bro. Let's see. Connecting with your twin flame. That's like, you might have been having some deja vu, some dreams. Can you shut that door, please, Ollie?
Yeah, I want to tell you something.
Can you tell me when I'm done?
It's about spiritual stuff, though.
Okay, well then, you guys probably need to hear this. Alright, tell me, Ollie.
Alright, I hear about, like, our ancestors and stuff, but there's one thing I want to know. How does it all work? Like, what is it like for them?
Okay, Ollie, that's a huge question. Can we do that when I'm done with this reading?
I want the answer now, Mom.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go answer him. I'll be right back. Pick it and go.
Pick what?
Yourself. Alright. Alright, and we are back. It wasn't as long of a conversation as I thought it might be. Hey, Ollie, will you shut the door, please? Thank you. Alright, so, back to the reading. I feel like I get interrupted more than most readers. I'm sorry, guys. Will you shut it, please? No, it's not. Thank you. Okay, so, coming back, channeling this divine union. What do you need to know moving forward? Three of Swords. Ouch. Why is the Three of Swords showing up? I don't love it. Okay. So we have Three of Swords and Nine of Swords. Perhaps you already know your divine counterpart. This is the energy of them being kind of heartbroken or all up in their head about the way that things transpired before. With the Five of Swords in reverse, it's this energy that, like, there's a lot of swords. There's this energy that, like, not wanting conflict, not wanting to get hurt. I feel like that's a big part of it, not wanting to hurt others, not wanting to hurt themselves. Nine of Swords and Three of Swords is like, but they're already hurting, right? This is like something that they have to work through on themselves. With the Hanged Man in reverse, it's like shadow work that they need to work through. They need to feel these things, so that they can remove those emotional obstacles or barriers within them. We have the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy showing up. This talks about divine timing, things happening in the way that they're supposed to, in the time that they're supposed to. This is something that is guided by Archangel Michael, filling your cup over here and making sure, like, hey, you guys will be in alignment, but there's some shit right now that needs to be resolved in regards to one or both of your feelings, right? Because what one feels, the other feels. So if they're up all night in their head feeling like fuck, you're gonna feel it. And it's this energy that, like, just a deep interconnectedness, really. And I feel like the separation period hurts. Right? I feel like it hurts them a lot more than they let on. And what you don't see is that this separation period is coming to an end pretty quickly, right? In divine timing, though, right? So don't rush it. But, like, I do feel the energy of it being inevitable, right? You can't fuck up what's meant for you. And I just feel like this separation has been pretty painful for them. And I think that it needed to be, for them to understand how important you are to them, right? How much you actually mean to this person, to your person. Queen of Cups, they have a lot of love for you. You inspire them. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, you inspire them to create. It's like they're very, like, ready for this on an emotional front. They just feel like they have so much love for you. It's almost like scary how much love they have. It's scary for them because that requires them to be vulnerable. And I feel like that's part of this being all up in their head kind of shit. With the Magician showing up, the Magician talks about resourcefulness, right? I feel that you're very resourceful. Also, I feel this energy that you guys are manifesting each other. With the Fool card being the 0 card, and then the Magician being the first card. You're really in the beginning stages of manifesting this connection, manifesting this reunion, if you will. Separation is an illusion, right? You're still very much them. So you're very connected to them and how they're feeling, no matter how far apart you are. But the 3D is going to start reflecting the 6D, the 5D, the other dimensions in which you guys connect. So we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, and then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody might be letting go of a Virgo or, letting go of old cycles, old, things that don't really serve your highest good, right? With the Hermit showing up, you might be taking time for introspection, and especially with the Death card and the Three of Cups, like, this could be, like, you might be, like, halting your social life a bit, like, halting the going out and all that. You might be a little bit overwhelmed by other people's energies, and really just kind of looking within at this time. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so it's the energy of letting go of something. And I feel like if you are letting go of friendships or old cycles, that's pretty hugely indicated here. Ten of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Wands. So 10 of Cups in reverse could be one or both of you could have had, like, a karmic relationship. Like I said, with the karmic relationships that you had to let go of, right? It wasn't it wasn't very emotionally fulfilling. It didn't, like, go far. And with the Ace of Wands, I see you're, like, propelling into a new passionate beginning. Tens being the ending of a cycle. Aces being the beginning. How many ones do you have in here? 1, 2, 3 ones, right? 1, 1, 1. The Magician being the first of the major arcana, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, letting go. Somebody here is letting go of a connection that, like, maybe they had entered out of, like, boredom or something, or kind of hoping that it would fill this, like, void. I hate saying void because I feel like that indicates a sense of incompletion, but it does feel like trying to replace their divine counterpart with somebody and it didn't work out. That's what I'm seeing. With the Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy. What is the Hierophant in reverse? I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, there's a fear here coming from the Divine Masculine, the King of Pentacles. which I feel like is you, but it could be switched, but the fear is that, like, of being left, right? The fear is being hurt. They're already hurting as it is. They're already feeling, like, in their head about this, but there's, like, a huge energy of, like, if this person hurts me, like, I don't know if I'll recover. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling with this. Two of Cups tells me that a risk is going to be taken, though, especially Two of Cups with the Lovers, with the King and Queen of Wands. I do see that this union will take place, right? King of Pentacles tells me this is somebody who's, like, very, like, good at being alone, right? This is somebody who's very independent, somebody who's made themselves. And so there's this energy too that, like, I feel like that's going to really help them through their fears, is like they've had to go through this heartache by themselves. They've had to experience losing you and being in separation from you. And at that point, it's going to be, so unbearable that eventually they're just gonna do it, right? What triggers this union? Because I see a lot of resistance. I see a lot of hems and ha's and a lot of fear, doubt. But something inevitably changes. Alright, so it changes in the Emperor, the Divine Masculine. And it kind of ties back to that Judgment in reverse that first came out in the beginning of the reading, because it's like he makes a decision here, Two of Wands in reverse. He makes a decision. He's no longer at a crossroads. It's like, all right, here we are. The Emperor is somebody who takes action. With the Four of Swords, though, it's like, especially with the Hermit showing up, it's like they probably meditated. They probably did a lot of thinking on this. They probably, like, weighed the pros and cons back and forth, and eventually, through, sitting in silence, through handling isolation, through all of this overthinking, somebody makes a decision to just take action, and that changes the entire course of all the resistance and all the withholding from one another. It's like eventually somebody's like, gangsta, what up? And yeah, it just looks like the masculine in this connection chooses to take action, chooses to move toward it rather than running away from it, right? It's like, what is it? New World All-Star. He does, like, this page on, like, Twin Flames and stuff, or this channel, and would stope about something that he said, and it kind of stuck with me. Twin Flames are kind of like two entities of the same soul, right? Two incarnations of the same soul. And imagine they're stuck in this invisible bubble. And during the runner-chaser connection, right, one's running, and then because of all the weight going into this side of the bubble, it pushes the chaser into the runner, right? Or it pushes them in that direction. And then eventually then the one chasing will run in the other direction, right? And then it causes that same kind of reaction where it goes, and then eventually the bubble can't expand anymore and it flings the other one in that direction. So then you have this runner chaser thing. And what's going to happen with the Emperor is, instead of running and trying to outrun one another, back and forth, there's a surrender that kind of happens, right? There's this Four of Swords surrendering, where instead of running and chasing, they stand still, right? And then they find stillness in the connection. And I feel like this is something that's going to grow very organically. It's not something that's going to be like very overnight, right? The Temperance card did show up telling us that this could be something that, you know, needs to organically grow into a thing. But it's like being patient with your divine counterpart, right? Be patient with their process. This is a lot to process. That's a lot of emotions to go through. It's a lot of feelings. But if you have any doubts, King and Queen of Wands, this is your ultimate outcome here. Two of Cups with the Lovers, right? This is major and minor arcana love coming together. This is not just twin flames, but they themselves are something karmic that you've experienced from lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Y'all are coming together in this beautiful union. And it's just going to flow very organically. Somebody's manifesting this hard with the Magician. Maybe unintentionally. But I see the resourcefulness and I see the intention setting, right? That whole, I don't want to let this person go, or I don't want to know what life is like without them in it for the rest of my life, you know? And eventually there's a surrender that takes place. So, let's see. Gori Devi. Check your boundaries and affirm your right to express and receive both kindness and respect. Embrace your softer side and your ability to stand up for yourself. You are a unique being and you do not need to conform to stereotypes. As you relax into your authentic self, the best method to accomplish what is needed shall spontaneously arise from within. And this really taps back into that Four of Swords energy, really, of relaxing into your authentic self, relaxing into a state of simply being. When you are you, then anything that is you is going, you know, it's like, okay, when you're being inauthentic or fake, that's when we attract people who are not in alignment with us, right? When we're trying too hard or we're, you know, trying to make certain things happen, that's when things don't really work. And things, and you have to understand that things that, and then when you start being your authentic self, right? You start tapping into the reality of who you are. Then it's like everything that is you, including your other incarnation of yourself, is going to be drawn into you, right? It's going to want to be part of the entirety, you know? And then anything that is not you, right? As well intentioned and good as it is, will fall away because it's not in alignment with you. You are attracting yourself at this time. The more you tap into your authenticity, the more you attract that energy of self. So, yeah, this is pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.